Hi guys, and welcome back to the Chef Mooney channel. I'm going to kick off now with a recipe that I sort of dreamed together today. Rye flour, apples, fresh, brown sugar, cinnamon, lemon. We're going to make our own pastry. It's gonna be delicious. Come on, let's get cracking right here on the Chef Mooney channel. Look at those beautiful fresh apples. Look at that. And as always, you'll find the recipe right here on the screen. It's time to peel, core and slice the apples, and I'm adding just a little splash of lemon juice in the water here. This stops the apples from going brown. Many years ago in my chefing career, we used to use these plates to make our beef pies, our steak and kidney pies. They seemed to work quite well. I think the oven-proof dishes weren't so freely available, but if you're a bit nervous about it, you can use an oven-proof dish. After you've drained the apples, place them into a bowl, and then you can start adding the rest of the ingredients with the lemon zest, juice, brown sugar, rye flour, and then give it a stir. You want to combine this so everything dissolves, and mainly the sugar will cause this beautiful syrup effect. You can set this aside until you make your pastry. Now it's time to add the rye flour with the unsalted butter. And then what we want to do is crumble this into a fine breadcrumb mix. Add the brown sugar, the cinnamon, and give it a bit of a stir. I'm now adding my water to the egg yolk mixture. Then we're going to add this to our dry ingredients, and we're going to form a lovely soft dough. Don't forget to give it a stir so it's well combined, and then we can easily incorporate this into our crumble mix. Now it's time to combine all this mix together into a tight ball, and we want to refrigerate this for about 30 minutes just to relax. You'll find it all comes together. It's quite rustic and a little bit different to your normal short crust pastry, but I can assure you it is absolutely delicious. Now after 30 minutes resting in the fridge, I'm going to dust it with a little bit of rye flour. We want to cut this in half. We're using half for the base and half for the top. We're going to gently roll it into a circle. With a rolling pin, we'll stretch it out, not too thin, as much as we can go, and then just cover the plate. I've got an 8-inch plate here. You could use an oven-proof dish if you're a bit scared about using a plate, and that is absolutely fine. You just want to roll the pastry out till it completes the surface of your container that you're using. Dust with a little bit more flour so it doesn't stick. It is actually quite pliable and quite rustic, so just roll it out. I'm trying to keep it to the circle shape if as much as possible as I can, and turning it so it doesn't stick. We're going to roll it up onto our rolling pin and then gently place it onto our plate. Now you will find that some of the crumbly pieces will fall apart because it is very short. It's a short crust pastry and super crumbly, but you can mend it together by taking pieces, as I'm doing here, cutting them and just pressing them in. It is very forgiving. It is a rustic dish, and what I'm going to do now is going to press it all the way down and then just trim off the edges. So that is our base complete, and now all we need to do is pop our apples in the center. Repeat the process with the rolling, and for our lid, place it on the top. And it's time now to add our apples. Give them a good stir around so you got all that goodness incorporated. Place them to the bottom of this pie dish. And now all we need to do is place the pastry top over, which I've already rolled. It's on the rolling pin, ready to go. We're going to crimp this on the edges and glaze it just with a little bit of milk. Sprinkle with a little bit of brown sugar, some cinnamon, and we're going to bake this in the oven now at 180 degrees Celsius for around about 20 to 30 minutes, or until the crust is nice and crunchy. You can see it's beautiful and crispy, lovely and crunchy. I'm going to just slice a piece off here now. We're going to have some vanilla bean ice cream with this. You could serve it with cream or custard or whatever you desire. I find that just a little bit of cream is just perfect. So I've served mine with a little bit of ice cream. You can go whatever you like. Look at those beautiful fresh apples. Look at that. We're just going to have a little bit of ice cream here. Vanilla bean, of course. Can't go anything less than that. The pastry is so crumbly. It's like a biscuit as well. It's beautiful. Try this. What I'm tasting is like a breakfast, I know it sounds strange, but cinnamon breakfast cereal type thing. It's a new dimension to an apple pie. And I thought of this recipe today. There it is, my rye apple pie. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you next week with another fantastic recipe.